title was different, and then the frequency was like basically I'm saying I am the frequency, I am music, sound waves and frequencies. And I was just in a fly way, with slang and ebonics, how we flip
Right.
words. I'm
Right.
basically saying I am music, I am the sound, I am the frequency, and this is the frequency. So I was playing with it and I was toying with it just to promote other songs like it's the return of the frequency. But I basically was saying it's the return of the sound, of the frequency, of the sound wave. I am the music. And that's
Okay.
how that became different frequencies. Like each song has its own frequency and sound to it.
Right. Right. No, and that makes sense too. And that Renegade track, man, has of course the teacher on the hook, right?
Yeah.
KRS-One. I mean,
And
I mean, it's. Oh, go ahead.
and that song and the way it's set up, um, I remember having the By All Means Necessary album. I remember that album blew my mind, and when I heard I'm Still Number One. And of course, like many other MCs, KRS-One is an inspiration. He's a blueprint. He's a
Right.
he's a prototype, for all the ferocious MCs and the bars, and him being like a battle rapper and an educator and an edutainer and all
Right.
the metamorphoses, he has went through. And I just remember it just when he said that 50 years down the line, you could start this and we'll be the old school artists. And even in that time,
Man.
I'll say a rhyme, a brand new style, ruthless and wild. And it just like that was like a defining moment
Right.
on record. So all I
Right.
did was channel, and really it's a homage to him. My
Right.
intro to my album is the frequency and homage to KRS-One.
Nah, that's good stuff, man. And it when I listened to the album, and that's the one that grabbed my attention from the very beginning because it's at the beginning of the album.
Yeah,
But it took me back to when I was young, and listening to KRS-One, and I never thought I would be a rapper or anything, but hip hop was hip hop. You know what I mean? It was that energy, like you said, the frequency from that we all received from hip hop, man. And KRS he was that guy.
that guy.
Yeah, yeah. So I
Socially,
appreciate.
politically aware,
Yeah,
lyrically, a beast. And he commanded the stage. So it's like he was a package deal for us.
right,
And that's what it really was. And it's like
yeah,
I just
yeah,
tapped into that frequency right there. And that was just to like, what I'm saying, inspired.
right, right. And just staying with the album, man. So you said you produced Renegade.
Yeah.
Now I didn't see any other mentions of producers. Did you produce the entire album?
I produced 98% of the album. I have
Okay,
two
okay,
guest producers on there. One is Peso Poppy 223.
okay,
That's my cousin. He produced Overdose.
okay,
And
okay,
the other guest producer who did another track was childhood friend Phantom of the Beat. He did Apollo
okay,
Kids, UMCs. He
okay,
did Give It Up. And the
okay,
rest of the album, the vision, the skits, the pace, the direction, the whole album is me. Other
okay.
than those
And,
two songs, I executive produced the album. Everything, the direction, the art, everything is a Rhymrcka concept.
and on that overdose, I'm gonna skip around a bit on some of the tracks on the on
Yeah,
the on the album, but on that overdose, man, I see it's a little different, right? It's that new generation sound, right? Where you try to play something on the album so the newer generation can kind of tap into it. Was that the
I
thought
guess
in that
half and
track
half,
or
half and half, because I like 808s.
okay,
I,
okay,
I love
okay,
808s. You know what I'm saying? When I
okay.
was when I was staying in Atlanta at one time, I used
Yeah,
to live in
it sounds exactly like that. That was my first thought.
yeah. And if you go down south, or you pretty much not just even out, down south, you go out of town, Midwest, wherever you go, one thing you're gonna see is car culture. And out of
Right.
town, New York City is subways and
Right.
train, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But out of town, it's really cars. Like you go to Texas, it's cars. It's down south, it's cars.
Right.
They got lowriders in LA, it's car culture. And when they
Right.
having that cars, you want to hear that knock, that
That knock.
boom.
Right.
And
Right.
when I hear that 808 boom, um, I fell in love with it. But it's like I'm gonna do it my way. I'm gonna do it my style and the way I want to do it. At the same time, he's saying it's new style, but if you really think about it, it's all Planet Rock.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's true.
But
I can hear that.
but as the frequency travels further and further from the source, you get derivatives of it. You get
Right.
their interpretation of it. So what we hearing now is that amped up energy. You know what I'm saying? With that 808 boom, that we hear that clap, that 808 clap, and that boom, man. I love it.
Yeah. No, no, that's good stuff too, man. And talk a little bit about what's the made music, I believe is the title.
Yeah.
And when I listen to it, I hear it from the very beginning, man. I hear the scratches on it, and it sounds like a Run DMC. It sounds like a Jam Master Jay scratch to me. Is
Yeah.
that a Jam Master, or is that someone else? Cutting it up on that track. Talk about that
That's
one.
that's me producing, and it's crazy because I love Run DMC. I love
Okay.
Rock Box. I love how they incorporated the big drum with the rock guitar, and they killed it, man. Like Run DMC is like what Led Zeppelin is to rock. That's
Right.
that's how big
Right.
doors right there. They're iconic. They're legendary. They came dressed in all black. I wear black, all black, because of them.
Right.
You know,
Right.
so hearing the cadences and how raw that sound was, and the big drum, and
Right.
with made music, it was just like that frequency, that sound. It was too. If you listen, the cadence is real awkward. Like I hit the beat real awkward, and
Right.
the flow is still melodic, and I'm still keeping in tune with the bar count. You know what I'm saying? Just I love made music because it took me a minute to figure out how I wanted to come on the track. I didn't just want to. No. I didn't want to do that. I wanted to be precise. I wanted to be intentional and creative with the bars.
Right. No, and it definitely, when I heard it, man, it definitely made me think of, that it had that little rock sound to it, like what that you just mentioned with
Yeah,
Run DMC, right? And it was again, man, I'm listening to the album, and I'm going back to when I was a young dude, right? And all of the artists that I listened to, like KRS-One, and also of course Run DMC. So I appreciated that one as well, right? With
yeah.
Run DMC and making that crossover into hip hop and rock and that sort of thing.
Because it's like you got JMJ, who's notorious for the cuts on the song, and then shout out to Premier,
Right.
who basically turned the scratches into the instruments of choruses. You
Right.
know, so
Right.
that's this album is this album is influenced by great influences.
Right.
And
You
it
and you
stands
know
on
what? I'm sorry. I think the other one that there was I think it was Bone Crusher that sounded like a little rock to it. Not made music. I think I mixed that up a little bit. I
Bone
think it was
Crusher.
Bone Crusher.
Bone Crusher, yeah. Bone Crusher was about I just wanted to come out real hardcore. I wanted the loud, obnoxious sound. I wanted you to
Right.
hear the hook is got the raw sound. Like
Right.
when a car's going by, it's just real loud. You're like, what is that?
Right.
What is that? Um, it's got the rock sound. It's got the big drums. The drums are hard, and it's just raw from the beginning to the end. We just going raw with it. I wanted to have a ruckus to it, you know,
Okay.
very uncomfortable and raw,
Man,
not compromising.
it sounds like you accomplished that, because it sounds just like that, man.
Yeah, man. I'll tell you, once I made Renegade, everything just shifted.